world, radio universe, whatever. JD here. Yet another Cobra 29 weather night watch sound tracker. As 99.999999% of all night watches you see, the night watch part does not work. Forgot to mention that on the couple of previous night watch radios we made videos out of. It was a great idea. Poor design. But hey, underneath all this stuff, that old Cobra 29 is still in there, right? All right. If I have to put money into a radio, I tend to go ahead and do other things just to be flat out honest with you. And that's the only way I've ever known to be. If you put money in it, sometimes you can put a little bit more in it and you'll stand a better chance of getting your money out of it. Because let's face it, at the time that a good tech puts into a radio, because it takes just as long to work on a Cobra 29 as it takes to work on a Galaxy Saturn Turbo, or a Striker 955 HP or whatever. So, it just, you guys know what I mean. I mean, this radio here is no way I'm going to make a whole heck of a lot of money. I pay shipping out of the price I'm going to put on it. I pay between 3 and 4% PayPal fees out of everything that I sell. That's on me. I buy packing materials, I box it up, I drive them to UPS, post office, whatever, and ship them. So, I see Cobra 29s out there selling for $50, $60. You ain't gonna buy this one for that. New meter cost me money. I put LTD Swing kit, my own swing kit in it, mod kit, whatever you want to call it, and variable power, so that even if you get a hold of one of the cheaper RM Italy amps, and now granted they don't like a lot of drive. Your old amps like your Grays and Palomars, things like that. 3, 4, 5 watts dead key ain't gonna hurt those amps at all. But yeah, I've heard from credible sources that the RM Italies, pretty sensitive to drive. So you get one of those, and they are inexpensive. So a lot of people's getting them. Cheap sales to certain people, and that's just a fact. So anyway, let's get on with the show. New meter, like I told you, which involves taking the face, all the knobs, face, everything off to get that deadgum thing in there. And while I was at it, went ahead and put the swing kit and the variable power. I'm on a new trend of putting, on other radios I may not do this, but on these old 29s, the SWR meter is really not that accurate. Some are, most are not. So I'm tending to put the variable power on the SWR calibration pot. Now it's a different value pot, which is going to make it a little bit more sensitive, which is no big deal to me, and hadn't been any big deal to the locals that I've fixed up like this. So anyway, we're going to show you, your knob has the red, get my finger in right here. Now, one feature that I do, you can, if you mess up, and like when it's on the RF gain control, and turn the radio down too far, and it messes up the bias on the final. And I'm not a fan of that because, it'll overheat it. Now, using this method right here, you're not going to go below 1.5 watts, 1 3/4, according to your SWR or whatever. And even the RMLEs, I've had a few of them through here. They operate great, you know, up to around the 2 watt range. They run smooth, they run cool, so you're good at that. So the 12 o'clock dot right here is your 1 watt and 3/4, which is where this particular radio landed. But the thing of it is, you can turn it all the way to the left, and it's still going to key a 1 watt and 3/4. So your range is between your 12 o'clock and wide open. It'll go from, this particular radio will go from 1 3/4 watt dead key to a 5 watt dead key. And of course, it's going to swing you your, 25 watts or so, 23, 25, just like normal. So anyway, on the show, like I said, we got it right here on the 12 o'clock. I'm going to show you the dead key first. My little phone stand, I'm not going to bother getting it. This video's not going to last that long. Okay, 1 watt and 3/4. We're looking at the bottom scale. I'm not going to talk into it because it'll slam it against the right side. I'm just going to reach over here and turn it all the way up. And you got your 5 watt dead key. And I think that's good enough to show you, because all those other watts are going to fall between there and here and there. So anyway, but all kidding aside, that variable dead key is awful handy if you're going to run an amp. If not, then just turn it up all the way and use that 5 watt dead key. Works great. All right, so let me grab the phone with the other hand, reach right here, turn this up to the 100 watt scale. And try not to mash that side button and turn that video off, so I'd have to start completely over. So I'm just going to show you your swing. There's your 5 watt dead key. Audio. Uh-oh, I think I got the mic gain down. Yep, all the way down, as a matter of fact, because I had my TV on here watching BBI videos, and it was modulating and messing me up. All right, audio. So that one's hitting 25 with regularity, and I've got, that'd be a whole other video explaining SWRs and impedance and antenna matching. I've got a severe case of OCD. When I set a bench up or a bass up, I will snip and cut and try different jumpers in between my radio meter to switch box to amp, switch box to test equipment, until I get it perfect. So anyway, my SWR is as flat just about as you can get it. Now, one fact about SWR, and I'll quit boring you and leave it alone, but I try to, I get people messaging me now all the time, say, hey, why don't you, add a little bit, why don't you teach us something? Okay, I don't mind doing that. I can't take on a student. I've gotten too old and I can't, I don't have the patience. And besides that, any of you guys out there want to learn radio, don't go backwards. Don't start working on radios and buying test equipment before you get an electronic education. That's kind of dumb. Excuse me if I've hurt somebody's feelings, but I mean, would you dive into a Cummins diesel not knowing anything about it until you got some instruction on what to do? Same difference. I mean, you got to know what a transistor does. You got to know what capacitors, diodes, toroid coils, MOSFETs, ICs. You gotta know something. You can't just start working on radios. It's not that easy. You know, I the best I've ever heard it put, guys. Guy brought me a radio and said, Dave, I need you to fix my radio. I said, what happened? He said, I watched a YouTube video and now my radio don't work anymore. I said, you left out something. He said, what? I said, everything that happened in between. He said, I'd rather not talk about it. All right. Anyway, I'll figure out how much I need for this thing, and it'll be in the video description. I hope you guys have a great new year and a better year than you had last year. Take care. See you on the next one. JD's out.